Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Meatwagon back again with one of these little video things. Woo, video things. But you guys, PC build. The PC build for guns is coming up. I'm waiting on just a few more parts. I'm waiting on memory and an SSD drive, and that's about it. I got everything else here. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna make like a little video series, okay? And it's just gonna be, I'll talk about some of this stuff and put it together, show you guys how to put it together. I mean, really, the assembly of a PC is not hard. I mean, anyone with a little bit of mechanical skills or hands-on skills can assemble these things, as long as you take just a few little precautions not to damage any of the components. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I've been getting a ton of questions. I've been getting a ton of questions about PCs. And I'm not like the foremost expert. You know, when I come across an issue or concern, I'll go in there and Google search for it. And you gotta go in there and find yourself your own solution sometimes. But some people have been asking about what's a good gaming PC? Should I buy an Alienware? Should I do this? I have this much. I mean, really, my first question is, what's your budget? Right? You gotta, right off the bat, what's your budget? If you don't have a budget, hey, good for you. Sky's the limit. I can tell you exactly what to get. But if you're on a budget and you don't really know, I don't know why I'm holding this. I was going to talk about this. I'll talk about this in a second. If you're on a budget and you don't really know what to get, but you want to get something, I mean, you got to think. There's things that you've got to plan out ahead. All right. Anything in life that you want or need or whatever it is always works out better when you think and plan ahead. I know it sounds simple, but a lot of people don't do that. Put it down on paper if you have to. Say, okay, A, here's my budget. B, here's what I want to do with this PC. I want to game, but I also want to be able to use it for school. I want to use it for work. If you got kids, you want your kids to be able to use it. You want the family to be able to use it. There's a lot of things. Do you want to eventually maybe record videos? Do you want to do editing and rendering? All of these things will help shape the components that you use in your PC. Now, I'm going to keep saying this disclaimer. I am not an expert PC guy. I do it as a hobby because I love, tinkering with, tinkering with stuff, right? Building things. I mean, I've built a lot of things. I mean, I do have the abilities, but the thing when it comes to PC, like I said, just assembling the PC is the easy part. The hard part is software and configuring your PC, setting up your drives, whether you're going to use RAID arrays or you're going to use SSD drives in conjunction with regular hard drives, and what kind of graphics cards you're going to use. Optimize the type of RAM that you're using, how much RAM are you going to be using, the motherboard. I mean, all this goes in, it all encompasses a really good, well-working PC. And just because you buy the most expensive stuff doesn't mean that that's the right PC for you. What I've found is do your homework, ask some questions maybe with the people in the know, like on the forums. There's a couple of forums that are really, really good, like Tom's Hardware or something, and overclockers.net, things like that. When you're starting to get into programming and maybe overclocking, these forum sites, a lot of the same questions are on there, so a lot of the answers are already there. For some of you that have no idea what you want, no idea how to spec it out, I would say don't go with some predefined Alienware. I haven't heard a lot of good things about those things. Now, Asus just came out with a new gaming laptop. It looks beastly. Look at what they put in there. Look at the hardware that they put in there. And it's going to be one of the grand prize for the next Survivor Craft. So I'm really interested to see what that one's all about. It's just coming out now. I don't really know much about it, but Asus products, before we got our sponsorship with Survivor Craft, in both of my PCs, I use Asus motherboards because I did my research. I looked at pros and cons of all of them, and I looked at them like this here. This one here is for the PC I'm going to build for guns. Now, this is one of their, I'm pretty sure this is one of their mothership ones, top of the line. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there with if there's going to be a glare on it, but this thing's crazy. This is what This is what I think they would call an enthusiast level motherboard. Way more than most people need. But if you're one of those people, like an enthusiast, meaning you want to tinker, you want to tweak, you want to ramp it up, you want to do all kinds of stuff, these, like the Rampage, these are the types of motherboards you want to get. Now, I don't have anything at this quality or grade in mind. I've got a P8, P67, I believe, and a Z68 in the one. So that one was like a year old. Then the newest one was a Z68, and I think the newest one is Z77 or something like that. A lot of numbers, but I mean those you look that up on any website. But did I say there's a website called CyberPower PC? I've had a couple of friends buy PCs from there. I just spit. Ready-made gaming PCs for any budget. You go on there, you can see that there's like a $700 one, and it shows you what's in there. It's going to talk about the processor, the motherboard, the hard drives, graphics card, things like that. And then it'll go all the way up to like full boat $3,000 or whatever you want to spend. But you can also click on them and tweak, adjust this. Maybe you like everything about that, but you don't like the RAM. Maybe you like everything about that, you don't like the graphics card. Maybe you like everything about that, you don't like the processor. So you can tweak them a little bit. You don't have to know everything about everything. Maybe there's a specific graphics card that you want. You find maybe a system that's an i5, an Intel i5, and it looks good and the price is right for you. That's what you go for. So if nothing else, go on the websites like a CyberPower PC and look at what's out there. Look at the packages and look how much the prices are to give you a really good indication of what you're looking for with PCs. But what I'm looking for to start this series for you guys, and for me, because again, I like building this stuff, and Guns needs a new PC. This is no joke. Guns is working off those little like HPs like I talked about in the gaming setup on his channel, that it's just a regular Office Depot, Staples type HP computer. And it's not powerful enough to run games and record. That's why you always see on You Always Win is my recordings. All right. So we got sponsors for this build here. Asus sponsored us. They sent us a lot of the stuff. So we got the Rampage. They sent us an AMD graphics card. Now this is one that they tweak. You know, AMD makes it, but then Asus gets it, and they do all their little bells and whistles and tweaking it to get as much power out of it as they can. So we're going to use this one, even though I run NVIDIA cards. I run NVIDIA cards on all mine. NVIDIA is awesome. That is the top of the line AMD card though. So, I mean, we can't say, what? It's an incredible card. I just choose NVIDIA. A lot of you guys out there, especially the computer savvy ones, you're going to have brand loyalty that you like. Don't hate. Don't say, why are you doing this, why are you doing that? This stuff is a sponsored build. They provided this to us free of charge, which is incredible. I think it's just awesome that they'll do this. I build it up for Guns, and he's going to have an awesome PC. So if there's some component that you don't like, or whatever it is, don't hate. Just check it out, whatever. Thermal Take is another one, another part of the sponsor. And it's funny, and this is no joke. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Thermal Take is what I chose when I built my PCs. Power supplies, the cooling fan. This is the cooling fan right here. The Frio, this is the advanced Frio. It's actually an air cooler, not a liquid cooler. It's huge. It's like not much smaller than this box. It's gigantic and I love it. It's like a small Volkswagen. It's so cool. I mean, but it just looks really cool, but it works incredible. This is the Frio Advanced. So it's designed for overclocking. So you know if you're not going to overclock and you're just going to do like turbo technology with Intel, this thing's going to be more than enough. And it's, I mean, come on, look how cool it is. I mean, you'll see how cool it is. You may not see it now, but you'll see how cool it is. So Thermal Take, they also gave us, so power supply, CPU cooler. They came out with a new line of mouse and keyboard from their, what do they call it? The TT Sports or TE Sports. I'll demo those out for you guys. Check them out. And 1,000-watt power supply. Big one. Now I use their Gold Series 1,000 watters in mine. The thing about power supplies is you want a quality power supply, because what can happen, just like your TVs, your monitors, everything else, if you have cruddy power, right? Dirty power, maybe power surges, that power can affect every component inside your computer. It can affect your motherboard, your CPU, your RAM, anything that takes power, graphics card, it can be affected by it. By low voltage spikes, by high voltage spikes, by low amp draws, by high amp draws, whatever it may be. Heating, cooling, all that stuff. So don't overlook the power supply. It's such a simple thing, but get a quality power supply. And get one that's a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger than what you think you may need for expandability later on. If you're going to drop some dime on a Gold Series modular type power supply, which is what I have, I got 1,000 watt. I got enough wattage to run dual like GTX 690s in these things. I'm not going to do that, but I've got this nice solid power supply that runs really cool. So this is just kind of like a prelude to the video series where I'm going to build this stuff. And I wanted to put this video out there. So if you guys have any questions, again, not the experts. I'm not looking to get into a competition here that you're better than I am. This is about fun, entertaining, but a little bit of information for people that aren't in the know about PCs. Gaming PCs and rendering, and or like I was saying before, schoolwork, whatever it may be. Because there's different things that work better for both. And there's different things that work better just for one thing. Like just simply, you would think that i3, i5, i7, 3 processors from Intel. Oh, the i7's got to be the best. Not necessarily. If you're just going to do gaming, the i5 is actually optimized for gaming. Who would have thought, right? It's cheaper. It's like $100 cheaper. i5, i7. It's an incredible CPU for gaming. And you can overclock it if you get the 2500K edition. You can overclock it and get the same kind of frequencies out of it, up just cranking that thing. But if you're going to do gaming and you're going to do maybe video rendering, word processing, all this other stuff, then you want to go spend the extra money and get the i7 because it's a more well-rounded CPU to do all this different stuff. So it's unique things like that I'll try to bring that information to you guys. And if you have questions that you'd like maybe me to cover in this short series while I build this stuff, leave them in the comment section. Now, I'm trying to get some of the questions ahead of time, so if I don't know, maybe I can find the answers for you guys. And I can go over them in the videos. It's not going to just be me going boom, 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 done. Because that white monster PC right there, I built that in 4 hours. I had all the parts sitting like this. 4 hours later, I was up and running. It doesn't take long to put it together. So it's not like that big of a deal. I want to be able to interact with you guys and talk about this stuff. And we'll go over questions. Again, I'm a noob. I'm not claiming to be a PC expert. But if I can pass on just a little bit of information to some of you who aren't in the know about this, then I think it'll be a success. So any of you PC elitists out there, don't challenge me. You get this, because that's not what this is about, you guys. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are super smart when it comes to this, but hey, this is supposed to be fun and a little bit informative. So that's it. Leave your questions in the comment section if you got some questions. And if you think it's a stupid question, post it, and if people start making fun of you, who cares? Who cares? It's the internet. Post it, I'll read it, and I'll try and answer it for you. Okay? Right on? Sound like a deal? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Another little, somebody come up with a name for these type of things. Instead of vlog, I don't want the word vlog, and I don't want the word IRL, in real life. Come up with something for this that I can call it, and I'll shout you out if I pick your word, whatever it is. I don't know, face cam, Boris is a beast. I don't know, whatever it is, something cool. Anyway, guys, went too long. I've been hanging around guns too long. Now I'm just going ranting and raving for too long. Anyway, see you guys next time.